I am worried about the injury factor. I'll be honest with you,
Boston?
and yeah, well, yeah, Boston. I mean, the one thing Boston kind of got a lift too, because Kemba was struggling a little
Totally.
bit there, health wise. So we got a little bit of a lift, but I am worried about that team. Maybe even Hayward got helped out. Hayward's a guy who's made enough money. I don't know if he has a court at his house or not, but he's a guy who's made enough money. He might have one outside. You know what I mean? Like
Nope.
nothing. No, how do
No.
you know? Have you been
Yeah,
there?
dude, it's Instagram, man. His wife, it's Robin. She was gonna buy one, and then he's like, "No, don't do it." And it's yeah. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we've learned about these players, and Robin is her own story, but like there's so much you learn because of this. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, but
I may
yes,
want to hear that story, even if we don't want to talk about it on here.
right, yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
like if you don't think it's good podcast material, that's fine. I'm
Well,
capturing you for 20 minutes after this, so you can tell me.
she's a little crazy. That's all I'm saying. She may be the right kind of crazy, but she's crazy. And so, she apparently was going to buy him one, and he said no. And I don't know. Anyway, he showed up today at the facility, had a mustache on. So I don't know what the hell's going on there with that guy. But
Handlebar,
Daddy's always
handlebar,
happy, I guess. Yeah, Handlebar. I think
handlebar.
he's gonna wax the ends of it.
Ah, the little spinner, no good. He needs handlebar. I want to do handlebar. You know what I
Uh,
mean? Like at some point, I'll just rock the. I don't think my wife would ever even like. She'd
yeah.
kick me out. She'd
I,
kick me out.
I think
Handlebar.
Robin would definitely kick him out if that's the case. I don't think he has choices over his facial hair. It's my guess. Anyway, we'll kill the
I
Robin
don't
Hayward.
know if that is the right kind of crazy, bro.
No,
So
but
here's
listen, but like you're right though. Like you look at what's going on in Europe, and Germany started playing soccer, and they've had a lot of guys with muscle pulls, like hamstring stuff, adductor, all kinds of like muscle pulls and stuff like that. And I think we're going to see a lot of that. I hope that's all we see. My big fear is you're going to see some catastrophic stuff too. The knees and the Achilles and stuff like that, and that would really be an issue, certainly for the league to come back and have that kind of be the story of
but
this.
see, that's why when you're talking about getting down the road and trying to get it back to normal, that is exactly why they need to come up with something creative. You know what I mean? They can build it in where there's some days off. The way, I mean, if they're not traveling, like just think about how much time is spent on a plane that they can use that time all being camped out in Florida to spend more time with the trainers, more time light practicing and scrimmaging, conditioning, some things like that. And I realize like an athlete can only do so much. I'm not saying like intense workouts, but I can also tell you that sitting on a plane for 6 or 7 hours in a sort of contracted seating state, you know what I mean, is not always great. And so they could spend a lot more time instead of sitting on a plane, they could spend a lot of time with the trainers getting stretched out and making sure that the muscles are pliable. They're gonna have to pay a lot of attention to hydration and things, like just really, really digging in on some of that. So if we're talking about it, there's no way that the teams haven't already thought about this and are trying to figure out ways to deal with it. So that's something to keep a major eye on. We could talk about Jaylen Brown a little bit here in a second
Mhm.
and